I've got this wild, spine-tingling story about the creepiest church in Norway. It's an old, abandoned church ruin up in Norway, super foggy and forgotten, with a dark past. Legend has it a whole family of a priest got killed there way back, hung themselves or something tragic like that. One Saturday evening, maybe November time, 5 of my friends, 3 girls and 2 guys were hanging at a friend's place. One of the girls starts talking about this old ruined church and the legend she'd heard about. She told after that, the place just sat empty, graves overgrown, walls crumbling. People avoid it after dark. The group laughs it off at first. But you know how it is. Curiosity sneaks in. One guy says, "Let's go check it out. What's the worst that happens?" So they got in the car, chatting and laughing along the way. Phones lose signal pretty quick once they leave the highway. Total black nowhere. Fog rolling in heavy, music on low, joking to shake off the nerves. They hit this stretch with 2 massive old stones marking the entrance, like silent sentinels. As they move forward, the engine just dies right near these 2 massive stones, like the place doesn't want cars or people getting closer. They joke about it, gun the gas, zoom right through, and that's when the real story starts unfolding. What they saw, what they felt, what chased them out, it got under their skin so bad that when they told me and my buddies the next day, we couldn't just let it sit. We had to know. Was it real, or just the cold and the dark playing tricks? Back to the story. So they all out there in the freezing fog, flashlights swinging around like they're gonna fix a dead car with sheer willpower. Hearts were thumping louder than they should. Everyone's muttering stuff like, "Try the battery again," or maybe it's the alternator, but deep down they know it's not mechanical. They pushed, they rocked it, but the car stuck like it's glued to the ground. That's when they hear it. Soft at first, whispering, low voices drifting from the ruins, then little laughs, like kids playing hide-and-seek way too late at night. They freeze, flashlights pointing toward the broken walls. And out of the shadows steps this guy. Normal-looking dude, jacket, jeans, friendly face. Walks right up like he's out for a casual stroll at 1 a.m. in the middle of nowhere. "Hey, you guys okay?" he said, chill as anything. Starts chatting. Asks where they're from, how they found the place. They're weirded out but relieved. Finally another human. Introduced each other. Swap a few words about how creepy the spot is, how nobody comes here after dark. Feels almost normal for a second. Then, out of nowhere, he reaches over, grabs one of the girls by the hand, gentle but firm, and just started walking her toward the church ruins. She doesn't pull away, doesn't even look back. Her eyes are kind of glassy, like she's half asleep or listening to something we can't hear. It happens so fast they're all just standing there stunned. "Hey, wait, what are you doing?" all yelled. But they kept going, step by step into the dark. They snapped out of it and started running after them, shouting her name, telling the guy to stop, but the fog swallows them. 1 second they're there, 20 feet away. The next, gone, vanished, like the ruins just ate them. Panic hits hard. They're yelling, spinning around, flashlights shaking everywhere. Where'd they go? Where the hell are they? No answer. Just the wind and their own breathing. They sprinted back to the car, legs pumping, minds reeling. When they reached it, they froze all over again. There she was, the same girl, sitting in the back seat exactly where she'd started. Face drained of color, eyes huge, screaming in raw terror, hands pressed to the window like she'd been trying to get their attention the whole time. They yanked the doors open and tumbled inside. "What happened?" "You're here. We saw you walk off with him." "Who was that guy?" She was shaking so hard she could barely speak, and what she unveiled made them speechless. She said, "I never left. I swear. I stayed right here the whole time. I watched you all talking to someone. Then you started walking toward the church like you were in a dream. I got so scared. I looked at the window, and there was this dark shape, a woman, pressed right up against the glass. She stared straight at me and whispered, 'I'll kill you.' I started screaming, and then you came running back." Silence crashed over them. They stared at each other, at the empty fog outside. The girl they'd chased into the ruins hadn't been her at all. The man hadn't been anyone real. Or if he was, he wasn't what he seemed. One of them twisted the key with trembling fingers. The engine caught immediately, purring like nothing had ever been wrong. They didn't waste a second. Tires spun on gravel, headlights stabbed forward, and they tore out of there, the ruined church shrinking in the mirrors until it was swallowed by the night. Deep down, though, we were hooked. The details were too specific. The exact spot the engine died. Those 2 giant stones nobody could explain. And the way they described that guy and the woman. like they weren't just ghosts floating around. Sunday rolls around. We're 4 guys. Same vibe as the night before. Skeptical, half joking, half daring each other. If it's real, we'll see it. If it's nothing, we get a free night drive and some bragging rights. We grab jackets, snacks. One guy even brings a power bank like that's gonna help against whatever's out there. Midnight hits. We hit the road. The drive out is quiet at first. City lights fade. Highway empties. Then the fog starts swallowing the beams. Thicker than what they described. Like the air itself is breathing. Phones? 0 bars, not even emergency signal. Just us, the hum of the engine, and that low feeling in your stomach you get when you know you're going somewhere you probably shouldn't. We reach the turnoff. Dirt road. Bumps. Trees closing in. And there they are. The 2 stones. Tall, weathered, mossy. Standing like they've been judging people for centuries. We slow down just to look. Someone cracks. Should we say hi or just ram through? Laughter. Nervous. We ease between them. Engine cuts. Not sputters. Cuts. Like someone yanked the key out of the ignition. Dash lights die. Clock freezes at 12:07. Silence so thick you can hear your own heartbeat. We try restarting. Nothing. Battery's fine. Everything looks normal. We sit there a minute. Nobody wants to be the first to admit it feels wrong. Then one guy goes, "Okay, push." We get out. Cold hits like a slap. Fog so dense the flashlights barely cut 10 feet. We're at the back of the car, hands on the trunk, ready to shove it forward a bit. See if it rolls. That's when the drumming starts. Not loud. Low. Steady. Coming from the direction of the ruins. Boom. Boom. Boom boom. Like a heartbeat made of leather and bone. Not fast, not slow, just constant. We freeze. Look at each other. You hearing that? Yeah, everyone's hearing it. Nobody moves for a second. Then headlights appear in the rear view. Behind us, down the dirt road we just came from. Slow, no rush. A car rolls up. Stops maybe 20 feet back. Black, tinted windows you can't see through. No plates we can make out in the fog. Just sitting there. Engine idling so quiet you almost miss it. The driver doesn't get out. Doesn't flash hazards. Just waits. Then the high beams flick on. Bright, cutting straight toward the church ruins. Lighting up broken walls. Tilted gravestones. Overgrown path leading inside. And the second those beams hit, our car jolts. Like someone gave it a hard shove from behind. Engine coughs, catches, roars back to life. Clock ticks forward. Dash lights up. We don't even think. We dive in. Slam doors. Floor it. But the guy in the passenger seat, he'd stepped out earlier to check under the hood. He's still half out when he looks back toward the stones, and he sees her. Woman in black. Standing right between the 2 stones now. Hair wild. Moving like there's wind, but the air's dead still. Face pale. Eyes locked on him. Not sad. Not scared. Angry. Like we just interrupted something and she wasn't finished. He stumbles backward. Trips over his own feet. Eats dirt. Scrambles up screaming, "Go, go, go." We don't look back much after that. Just drive. Fast. The other car? When we glance in the mirrors a minute later, gone. No taillights, no dust, nothing. Like it melted into the fog. We made it home around 3 a.m. Nobody spoke the whole way back. Just heavy breathing and the heater blasting. When we finally parked, one guy just says, real quiet, "I'm never going back there. Ever."